Hi! Hey, so in today's video I wanted to share a bit about my whole fitness journey, from how I got into fitness to how it developed through the years to how we got to now. I did put a poll on my story and I asked if you'll be interested in this, just a nice sit down, chatty, sort of telling a bit about myself. A lot of you said you would, so here I am. I guess I've kind of put off filming this for the past few days. I kind of already filmed it and I didn't like it, which is why I didn't put up a video on Sunday. I've just kind of been trying to think through in my mind kind of what I want to say, and yeah, I think I want to share this. If someone can watch this and maybe get something from it, or it can help anyone in any way, then that's good. So yeah. So yeah, let's get started. So I'd always been sort of like an active child growing up. I really loved sports. I always loved getting involved in stuff. Then I started college, and because at college I didn't take any sport subjects, I didn't do as much fitness. It was just one of them things. It didn't really bother me at the time. I had quite a good relationship with food and exercise. Like, it wasn't a problem. So yeah, I just did a bit less in college. I did kind of start doing a couch to 5k, and then it got rainy and cold in the UK, so I stopped doing that. Which, to be honest, I regret, because I do genuinely love running, and maybe if I kept it up I'd have quite liked that, but it was just one of the things at the time. So yeah, I did like bits and bobs in college, and yeah, I was a waitress as well, so I was working quite long shifts in the evenings, like on my feet a lot of the time. So generally I was probably a bit more active than I gave myself credit for back then, but I definitely wasn't as active as I had been in the past. It didn't affect my diet though. I still ate pretty much the same, if not more, because sometimes maybe in our freeze we'd nip out and get Domino's or a McDonald's on the odd occasion. I had whatever, like I've always loved my chocolate raisins, so I'd have a lot of them. And I remember jelly tots as well. I used to have loads of bags of jelly tots and whatever, but I've also always been someone that ate quite, I don't want to say healthy, because I get to say balanced. I've always been someone that ate quite balanced. So it wasn't always, you know, sweets and chocolate and Domino's. It was a lot of the time I'd take my own packed lunches in, so like a salad sandwich, kind of a lot of what, similar to what I ate in my childhood, what I eat in a day. But yeah, so I guess I didn't really change that much from my primary school diet to my college diet. So yeah, and then I passed my test during this time, my driving test, when I was 17, and my brother and next door neighbour were in the year below me in college, and they had lessons in the morning on a Tuesday, and I had three free periods Tuesday mornings, and instead of my mum letting me have a lie-in and making them get the bus, she'd make me take them in. So I'd be sat round for like, I think it was maybe like 3.5 hours what it was in total. No, actually it might have been more, because lunch was in that, so it's nearly 4 hours that I was just sat round, and there's only so much studying you can do in 4 hours. In this time I decided to start going to the local Pure gym, so I'd drive there in the morning, do all my like little workouts, and then drive back. And I honestly didn't have a clue when I joined the gym what a rep or a set was, or what any of the machines were. I remember just going in and like hopping on the elliptical and being like the go button wasn't even working. I was just looking around the gym like, oh my god, what am I doing? So yeah, I actually remember my friend showing me Chrissy Chella's workouts on Instagram and YouTube, and I followed a lot of these at the beginning just to kind of work on my confidence, and it definitely, yeah, made me a lot more confident in the gym. It increased my knowledge, and I just found that I absolutely loved it. I loved the feeling of being able to push myself and just challenge myself and just feel really strong and happy and healthy. So yeah, I was training for a while, and obviously my A-levels happened, so I took a bit of time off from the gym to obviously focus on my A-levels, which was the right thing to do. And then in that summer I got into my training a lot more. I started to go into the gym with my dad and my brother as well. And yeah, but then coming to the end of the summer, so in the August, I lost a very close family member to me, which was obviously very upsetting. And then I also started a new job, which was very sedentary in an office. Because I'd lost a family member, I obviously wasn't going to the gym to work out. I was spending a lot more time with my family, which that's a priority in life. The gym isn't a priority, so that's not a problem that I took the time off to spend with my family. That's not something I regret doing. Like I said, I also then started this new sedentary job. So I still wasn't working out. I'd suspended my gym membership because at the time I thought I was going to be in a completely different location, and I thought I'd get a gym membership there. It just transpired that I wasn't in that location that I thought I was going to be in. I was in a completely different office. So yeah, I probably went about 3 months then without training, and obviously because my whole lifestyle had changed, I guess I probably just put on like a little bit of fat and lost a little bit of muscle, as anyone would. It wasn't ridiculous, it wasn't like loads. However, I fixated on this, and I also then stepped on a pair of broken scales. These broken scales then added a few extra pounds to the number, which then in my head seemed like, I know, it just seemed like a massive problem because I'd always been that fit person. I was always that person that was just very body confident, and I don't know, I guess seeing that, it almost knocked me. These things happen, like everyone gains a little bit of fat every now and then, loses a bit of muscle, and it's not something that should be fixated on. But for me, I kind of fell into that trap then of toxic diet culture. I don't know, I guess I looked at people like supermodels and felt like to be pretty I had to be that size and look like that, which is ridiculous. And I had like a number of like kilograms fixated on that I should weigh to be considered as beautiful, which is ridiculous. Again, like, you can be beautiful at any size, and beauty is more than just skin deep. It's about what you are inside, and that's something I truly believe now. But at the time I was just so, I don't know, just misguided and had a lot less knowledge about fitness and diet than I do now, which is a massive thing. So I was kind of easily swayed at that time by messages that I saw in the media and by messages that I saw other influencers posting. So I did end up rejoining the gym. I rejoined the same gym, and I'm still at the same gym that I started at in college. But yeah, I really kind of fixated on my weight, and I tied it a lot to my self-worth, which just no, you shouldn't do. Yeah, I don't think it's a one night you kind of wake up and you think this way. It's sort of a lot of little things over a long period of time lead up to something much bigger. So I guess I started by noticing this weight gain and becoming worried about it, and then because I felt insecure about this, I let a lot of diet culture messages sway me into a certain belief. So I'd see stuff saying that, well, fit and healthy people, they count their calories. So if you want to, be fit and healthy, you should have an awareness of your calories. And calories was never something that I had even ever crossed my mind before this. Like, I obviously knew what they were, but to me it was energy and it was what my body needed. Whereas now it was, oh, I shouldn't have that because calories. So the job I started that was more sedentary was in the August 2018, and in November 2019, I guess my mentality and relationship with food and exercise definitely took a massive turn. So I was fixating on only eating very clean, whole foods, and then I was running a 5k probably 5 to 6 times a week, as well as then doing body weight and weight exercises as well. So then I kept this up until around Christmas time, and I guess I wasn't eating a lot around this time, but I was kind of on and off tracking my calories. So yeah, I restricted quite a lot from October to Christmas time and over-exercised a lot. And then when it came to around Christmas, I just would massively binge. I'd have like a couple of days where, because I'd restricted my calorie intake so much and had got such a high calorie expenditure compared to what I was eating, I would just binge out because my body just needed fuel and it just craved stuff that I had been cutting out of my diet. And it was just a horrible, vicious cycle that just made me feel so rubbish. In January, I think I then, obviously after the Christmas period, I was like, I need to get on it, and I really started restricting. So I got very strict with my calorie counting. I think I was probably not having more than 900 calories a day, which is stupid, and you shouldn't be on, no one should be on such a low calorie diet. And obviously I was still doing a lot of exercise as well, and I was just tired all the time. I was so cold, like I never felt warm, or never thought I could feel warm, and I was just so weak, and I just had no energy, and all I could think about was calories and exercising, and I just withdrew socially so much. I didn't have the same passion for things that I had previously. I didn't have that same drive and determination that I love about myself, because that's something that I really pride myself on. This whole thing just kind of robbed me of me as a person, because I just didn't have the same energy levels. I wasn't as happy, I wasn't as carefree as I had been previously in college. And yeah, I'm really lucky then that someone close to me did kind of notice these signs in me and did flag this to me as a problem. And I think I realised how much of a problem it really was, and how upsetting it was for the people around me as well. And when I think back on this time, I just feel sad for myself, because no one should have to feel so low and feel that they need to starve themselves to be pretty, because that's just ridiculous and so not true. I just look back on how I was in college, when I just was so happy and sociable and just didn't care about my physical looks. That was just so second to everything else. Whereas to now, the point where it consumed me, to the point when the thought of going out for a meal with family was filled with anxiety, and I'd worry about it, and it's just no way to live your life. And it's just so sad that we have such a toxic message around food and exercise, that exercise is a punishment and you need to burn off what you eat and you need to earn what you eat, and you shouldn't eat these types of foods because they're not good for you. Whereas everything in moderation fits. Food's fun, it's sociable, it tastes good. You go out for meals with your friends and you meet up with friends, and Christmas is about food. Like, all these big occasions and sociable times where you make your memories revolve around food, because it's part of our lifestyle and how we do socialise. And fitness shouldn't be a punishment, and you shouldn't need to feel that you have to compensate for your food choices. Fitness and exercise should be a way that you move your body because you enjoy it and it feels good and it makes you feel energised, and maybe it's a good stress relief. So yeah, in March of this year, so 2020, I just decided that I didn't want that for myself anymore. I could see how damaging it was, and I didn't want to continue the way it was going of restricting and only eating clean foods and over-exercising, because I'd lost a lot of weight, I was weak, it was noticeable, and yeah. So I completely changed my mentality around food and exercise, and it's not an easy thing, and it's not just a quick fix overnight that one day you go to bed thinking that you need to restrict calories and the next day you wake up and you're like, food's fuel. Do you know, it's a big process. I am in such a better place now than I was. I'm much more back to where I was when I was in college, where exercise is fun and I do it because I enjoy it. And a lot of you ask, how do I motivate myself when I don't have any specific goals for exercise? And it's because I genuinely enjoy it and I feel good and energized and motivated when I'm doing it. And it's not because I want to change my body in any way or anything like that. It's just fun. It's all fun, and that's what life's about, is having fun. You don't need to punish yourself with exercise. You shouldn't be scared of food or calories. It's nothing to be scared of. And like I've said before, if I woke up one day and I just didn't have abs, it wouldn't bother me, because I'm a lot more than my body, and what my physical appearance is, that's second to everything else. There's a lot more to life than just working out and food, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed finding out a bit more about my journey, what I've been through, and hopefully maybe some of you could find it helpful. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and in the meantime you can check me out on Instagram. I have some very exciting announcements coming very shortly. I don't quite know when I'm putting this video up, if I might have announced one of them already. But yeah, if you keep an eye on my stories, I'll be updating that anyway, so you won't miss it. But yeah, check out my Instagram and I'll see you in the next video.